So I want to talk a little bit about Miliastra Wonderland now that the dust has settled, so to speak. I think a lot of people already know how poorly it was received in the West. I doubt the other regions were as vocally disgusted with UGC than the West was, although I did hear that China was saying that the premium skin is a tad bit overpriced, but as far as I know, China, Japan, and Southeast Asia didn't complain as much about Genshin UGC as much as the West did. Now, this was expected. I know as a Western person myself how people will react here. And I do think that Genshin's UGC is going to need a lot of time in the Western player base for it to catch on. Like it's going to need time to, pick up, because right now the games, some of them are fun, but a lot of them are a bit jank. And I think, especially with the West and how they hated it and the monetization, they're going to have to add really good games for a long time before the West sort of picks it back up again. My take on it personally is that, again, I think it's just another whale outlet that they created with the premium skin. And I don't want to just beat a dead horse here, but yeah, this is just Hoyo trying to implement more outlets for whales to spend in all their games. Again, it's clear that Hoyo doesn't care about the perception of their actions outside of China and Japan. Like I've said this before, and that fact is always going to be true, because they know that the West would not like how expensive the skins are. Now, what do I think about the skins in UGC as a whole? Well, I'm not going to sit here and defend Hoyo or Genshin just because I like the game a lot. I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here, and yes, I know I'm a Western person, but I do think that those skins are overpriced, and there's not a justification for it being that expensive. I actually think the premium skins are outrageously overpriced, okay? Now, why do I think they're outrageously overpriced? First of all, you have to understand that Miliastra Wonderland, while it is an expansive separate game mode, it's still a part of Genshin Impact. And it's mostly drawing from Genshin players, right? Now, for this is why this is an ultra whale, another thing for ultra whales. Because if I'm a low spender, and I enjoy spending money on Genshin, I buy the Battle Pass, I buy Welcome Moon, every once in a while I'll buy Primo Gems, Crystals, or whatever, and there's a new character in Genshin, why would I blow money on a premium skin for Mannequin, the character Mannequin that does it's garbage? The character Mannequin cannot be played in endgame content. Even in open world, they're just crap. They are bad, okay? Mannequin, you just run around and you look pretty if you have your cool skin on. That's great. But guess what? Why would I spend a $100 pack? Yeah, I'm going to get the discount you get the battle pass, and you get the discount for 10 pulls or whatever, 10 pulls. And then, so it costs you less, but it's still going to cost you a couple $100, right? If you want both the male and female skin. And then what if you like the other color, right? So, okay, great. Skins are not mandatory. Skins are not required, but it's awful because why? I could just spend money on Primo Gems and get a brand new character in Genshin. I can get Durin, or a weapon that's actually useful in endgame, or one of these future characters are coming out in Nodcry, a lot of the Nodcry characters are cool. Why would I want to spend money on a skin that does nothing for a character Mannequin that just does nothing? It's the character sucks, okay? Mannequin sucks, all right? Now, another thing is, in Luna 4, they're going to allow us to use our characters in Miliastra Wonderland. So you can use your Jean or whatever, your favorite character, Hu Tao, blah, 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 right? So, again, why am I spending money on skins when I can use my favorite character? I don't have to worry about the skin. It's not that skins are bad, for Mannequin. It's that the price of the skin is ridiculous, okay? And it makes no sense. It makes no sense for low spenders when I could just pay $100 and I'm closer to another character in Genshin. An actual character that does something, has a kit. I can get another constellation, it does something, helps my account out, I can do endgame content, right? Mannequin doesn't do anything, right? And then on top of that, in Luna 4, they're going to allow us to use our characters in Miliastra Wonderland. I already said this, but it just doesn't make any sense why mannequin, the skin is way too overpriced. Okay, the premium skin. That's what I'm talking about here. Now, the other skins for like, you buy them on the shop, $15 or whatever, because that's roughly how much it comes to you, like $15 in the gems you have to pay for. Like, fine, okay. That's, in my opinion, skins should be around that price, okay? At like maybe like $30, $40 for a skin, but anything more than that, and look, I am not talking about when other games do it, it's bad, okay? It's garbage. Like League of Legends with their bullshit premium skins, like the Faker skin or whatever, there's like $500 or something. Like, I don't know, it's crazy, okay? That's my take on Miliastra Wonderland, like the monetization of it. It is actually, I think a lot of people are underplaying how bad it is because, like I said, it's another ultra whale thing. If you're a low spender, let this sink in, okay? If you're a low spender, why would you spend money on a skin for mannequin that doesn't do anything, okay? When I could spend money on the actual game of Genshin and get a new character or get a signature weapon, right? Like I said, non-cry characters are coming out. A lot of them are cool. Columbina's coming, Durin's coming, Alice, Nicole, like Varka, all these good characters in non-cry. I don't want to spend my money on premium skins. Like I did buy for UGC, I bought the 2 ninja outfit things, right? I spent a little bit of money. I spent a little bit of money because I didn't want my mannequins to look like trash NPC characters in my party list as I scroll by them, right? Like... And like I think the ninja outfit's okay. Like that's what I said. Like my take is like if you want to spend $15, $10, $5 on a skin, like fine, that's great because you entice people, making it so high. Like it's crazy. No, I'm sorry, I can't. The premium price of the premium skin is an exorbitant amount, especially when you compare it to what's already in Genshin. Like I said, I already made this rant, but it just doesn't make any sense. And all right, anyways, I don't want to ramble on about the monetization. I think I'm a Westerner, blah blah blah, but I would rather spend money on getting characters in Genshin. Okay, it's not about like it costs too much money. I already spent a lot of money on Genshin myself since playing the game, and why would I put in more money into a skin that doesn't do anything? So anyways, I apologize for that rant. I'm not upset at it. I just think it was a mistake how they implemented the premium skin. I think it's way too overpriced considering there's better options to spend your money on in Genshin. And yeah, then that's why it's just another ultra whale thing because they already C6'd R5 their character in Genshin so that they need another outlet to blow money on Genshin. And yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so let's talk about UGC, the game mode itself. Now, the games themselves, I think, are not what they could be, and that's obvious because the game mode just came out. It's kind of like a lot of people are talking about, it's a soft beta, which is true because, look, I have another video coming out after this. It'll come out a little bit after, maybe a day later. But I'm going to be humble here, and I'm going to say that this was not as easy as I thought it would be. It's sort of like intermediate game development. And so if you're thinking like you can just pick this up from scratch and you don't know anything about game development, you're going to be very confused going in. Like the node graph system is not a beginner system. They have some tutorials and things like that, but you can't create things from scratch. This is not me complaining. I'm just saying that I wasn't expecting it to be this complicated. I thought there would be like a beginner level, but I think there is no beginner level. I think it's just straight to intermediate game dev. It's not advanced because there's no actual hard coding. But yeah, anyways, so my other video coming out after this will be talking more about that subject and what I'll be doing with Genshin UGC and creating games myself. But as far as the games that UGC has in it right now, I think some of them are pretty fun, actually. I think Bridge Battle is well designed. I've heard that Bridge Battle is taken from another game. I'm not sure what, but like inspired from another game. I don't know what, but Bridge Battle's pretty good. Soccer is okay. I think it's a little bit janky. There's no goalie. The game ends really fast. there's like hit lag, like you're not like, even if you hit the person with your sword in the soccer mode, they don't drop the ball because there's like server lag, so like they're not actually on the screen where you see them, which I think is a problem for multiplayer games. But overall, like, a lot of the games are a little bit mediocre. There's a lot of people just farming XP farms just so they get their mannequin to level 10 and then drop Miliastra Wonderland forever. And then, well, that's happening in the West here at least. I haven't checked the Chinese and Japanese servers. Like, I've seen that the games that they're making, right? Like, they're making stuff, right? And the West and NA and EU, they're just not making anything. Not everybody, but they're not as like hardcore into the mode as China seems to be. I don't know about Japan, but the mode just needs time to cook. And I think it came out a little bit too early, but in a way that's good because it gives, you know, people time with the system to learn how to use it. But yeah, give it time, guys, give it time. And I think people will create some interesting games. And I am not giving up on the mode. And my next video will be about what kind of levels I'm going to create and what I'm going to do with UGC. They're not going to be like insanely brilliant levels, but I'm going to slowly learn. It's going to take me longer than most people to learn the systems of UGC, but I'm not giving up. And I do like level design. That's one of the things, like, I actually think it's enjoyable, and I have a lot of ideas, but trying to figure out how to create those ideas is a lot easier said than actually done. So my next video, which will come out pretty shortly, is going to be about what kind of games I'm creating. I'm not giving up on UGC. I just think the monetization was a mistake. It should have been a lot cheaper. Let me know what you think. I know a lot of people in the West are upset at Miliastra Wonderland, but I think there's potential, and I think that the potential is still quite a ways away. I hope that when China makes good games eventually, that they'll be easily portable to NA, because one way that the NA and EU Miliastra Wonderland could die off completely is that nobody makes anything and nobody's interested in playing because there's not fun enough games. I hope and I pray that China and Japan also have mercy on us Western folk, and you know, because we love to complain and we hate overpriced things. But, you know, and I may sound like a hypocrite, but what can I say, man? I just think there's better things to spend money on in Genshin than these skins. And I know that one day they're going to make a skin that I'm going to be like, oh man, that looks cool, but it's way too overpriced. And that's how they get you, right? It's like, okay, but I can't stop thinking about, like, mannequin just doesn't do anything to justify the skin. It's not even a skin for a character. And I hope that UGC one day has like collaborations to it. Maybe UGC and Miliastra Wonderland, now that the mode is out, they're going to be more open to game collaborations, and it'll be used in Miliastra Wonderland, so that like you'll get like custom skins for like collaboration skins or whatever. I'm okay with that. Again, they'll probably be way too expensive, but game companies want all your money, man. They want all your money, okay? So that's about it. I don't want to rant about it more than this, but I will have a video coming out soon. I'm not giving up on UGC. I'm still going to create some games, and hopefully they're games that people will want to play. Yeah, a little bit of a hint, there's going to be prizes in the games that I make. So yeah, anyways, take it easy, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you later. Peace out.